you're in your 50s, feeling the financial pressure of life's biggest expenses, this is for you. Warren Buffett's immense wealth wasn't built on complexity, but on incredibly simple habits, like avoiding debt and overspending. This video reveals 7 of his most powerful, low-key financial disciplines. These aren't flashy tricks. They are the small, consistent actions that can quietly take you halfway to financial freedom. Investing a few minutes to watch this could save you years of stress down the road. Habit 1. Keep up a consistent reading habit. Why do so many smart people feel lost with their money? You're navigating a storm of financial noise, clickbait headlines, dubious get-rich-quick schemes, and conflicting advice. It creates anxiety, especially when you're facing life's biggest financial questions in your 40s and 50s. How do you secure retirement? How do you protect your family? The answer isn't a secret stock tip. It's a quiet habit practiced by one of the world's greatest investors, Warren Buffett. Forget the legend of him reading 500 pages a day. Focus on the core principle. He treats knowledge as his most valuable asset. What if you could do the same? Imagine turning down the noise and building a shield of genuine wisdom. This is what a simple reading habit offers. It pulls you out of the instant results trap and into a mindset of long-term growth. Think of it as compound interest for your brain. Each insight you gain, no matter how small, builds on the last, quietly growing into a fortune of financial clarity. You don't need a radical life change. Can you commit to just 5 pages a day? That's it. In 1 month, you'll finish a book. In 1 year, you'll begin to see the world of money differently. You'll understand cash flow, investing principles, and financial psychology. You'll no longer panic when the market dips because you'll be operating from a foundation of knowledge, not fear. So where do you start? Don't dive into dense textbooks. Pick up a beginner-friendly book on personal finance or listen to an audiobook during your commute. The specific book is less important than building the unbreakable habit. Will this alone make you rich? That's the wrong question. The real reward is something far more valuable: peace of mind. It's the quiet confidence that you are in control of your financial destiny. That is true wealth. And it can all begin with the decision to read 1 single page today.
Habit 2. Don't invest like you're grabbing a flash sale at the grocery store. Are you feeling the pressure? Your social media feed is a fire hose of can't-miss opportunities. A stock is soaring. A new trend is exploding. The message is always the same: act now or get left behind. This creates a powerful anxiety, a feeling known as FOMO, the fear of being left behind. But what if the secret to building real, lasting wealth isn't about moving faster, but dramatically slower? This is the tortoise's strategy, the quiet and deliberate approach of Warren Buffett. While others race to buy based on hype, Buffett might spend years studying a company before investing a single dollar. He's not driven by fear, he's driven by understanding. If you're middle-aged, this mindset is non-negotiable. The stakes have changed. A poor investment decision is no longer a small sting. It's a potential catastrophe that can threaten your retirement, your kids' college fund, and your family's security. You don't have the luxury of gambling on fear. So, how do you build a portfolio that withstands this pressure? It comes down to one golden rule, famously practiced by Buffett, yet dangerously ignored by many. Only invest in what you deeply understand. It sounds obvious, doesn't it? Yet how many people pour their hard-earned money into a hot tech stock, a cryptocurrency, or a complex fund they can't explain? They aren't investing, they're gambling with their future. The financial markets don't reward speed, they reward discipline, they reward clarity. Your goal isn't to catch every trend, it's to make calm, informed decisions. Sometimes the most powerful move is to do nothing at all, to watch, to learn, and to wait for the right moment. Warren Buffett didn't get rich by racing. He got rich by waiting for the perfect pitch. In the long game of wealth, patience isn't just a virtue, it's your ultimate superpower.
Habit 3. Spend less than you earn. Let's talk about a paradox. Many people, especially in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, are earning more money than ever before, yet they feel more financially trapped than ever. Why? The problem isn't your income. The problem is a trap so common we barely notice it: lifestyle inflation. The raise hits your account, and so does the urge to upgrade. A bigger house, a newer car, more expensive vacations. Your income goes up, but your spending rises with it, keeping you locked in the exact same place. You're earning more, but you're not getting freer. You're just financing a more expensive cage. Now, consider Warren Buffett. He has a simple rule that acts as his escape key from this trap. Spend less than you earn. It sounds almost childishly simple, yet it's the foundation of his entire empire. He still lives in the same modest house he bought in 1958. This isn't because he has to, it's because he understands a secret most people miss. Every dollar not spent on impressing others is a dollar that can be invested, and investing is what builds real wealth. This isn't about being cheap, it's about being strategic. It's about building a fortress of financial discipline, especially when life's biggest expenses, college for your kids, care for your parents, your own retirement, are on the horizon. When you master this one rule, something magical happens. It's not just that you have money to invest, you reclaim your freedom. You are no longer a prisoner to your paycheck. You control your money. It doesn't control you. That is the ultimate luxury. Financial freedom isn't earned with a bigger salary. It's claimed with this one simple choice. So, I'll ask you, what's one expense you could cut today, not as a sacrifice, but as an investment in your own freedom?
Habit 4. Always invest in yourself. In a world screaming about what to buy, which stock, which fund, which crypto, what if the most profitable asset isn't in the market at all? If you asked Warren Buffett, he would tell you the most powerful asset you will ever own is the one between your ears. It sounds simple, almost like a cliche, but think about it. Market crashes can wipe out a portfolio. Recessions can devalue real estate, but no one can ever take your knowledge from you. It is the only truly recession-proof asset you will ever have. Every new skill, every piece of financial wisdom you acquire compounds over time. It's an investment with guaranteed returns that lasts a lifetime. For those of us over 35, this isn't just a good idea, it's a survival strategy. The stakes are higher now. A financial mistake isn't just a lesson, it's a threat to our family's future, our retirement, and our peace of mind. You cannot afford to learn by making costly errors anymore. So, how do you make this investment? It doesn't require a $5,000 course. It can be as simple as reading one book on personal finance a month, listening to an expert podcast on your commute, mastering a new productivity tool. You are, in essence, upgrading your own operating system. You can hire someone to manage your money, but you cannot hire someone to learn for you. You cannot outsource wisdom. The financial freedom you crave doesn't come from a hot stock tip. It comes from the clarity and confidence to make your own smart decisions. So, before you look at another stock chart, look in the mirror. That is your greatest asset. What is the first investment you will make in yourself starting today?
Habit 5. Stay away from credit card debt. That piece of plastic in your wallet, is it a tool for convenience or is it an invisible chain? In a world of buy now, pay later, we've normalized debt. But Warren Buffett, a master of wealth, calls high-interest credit card debt his #1 financial enemy. Why such a strong stance? Because he knows it's a mathematical trap designed to make you pay for the same item 2, 3, or even 4 times over. It's financial quicksand, silently pulling you under while you're busy living your life. For those of us in our 30s, 40s, and 50s, this isn't a small leak. It's a gaping hole in our financial boat, threatening to sink our most important goals, retirement, our kids' education, and our own peace of mind. Buffett's famous warning, if you buy things you don't need, you'll eventually have to sell things you do, isn't just a clever quote. It's the painful reality from millions who are trapped in a cycle of debt, shackled to a job they hate just to make minimum payments. The path to freedom starts with a simple, powerful question every time you reach for that card. Am I funding my present by robbing my future? Breaking free isn't about extreme frugality, it's about surgical precision. It's about consciously deciding that your future freedom is worth more than a fleeting impulse buy today. Start by scrutinizing your statements. Then, attack your highest interest debt with the intensity of a warrior. Finally, build a small emergency fund so a flat tire doesn't send you spiraling back into debt. The real reward isn't just a zero balance. It's the quiet confidence of knowing you are in control. It's waking up without that knot of anxiety in your stomach. This isn't just about managing money. It's about reclaiming your life.
Habit 6. Always think long-term. Are you in your 40s or 50s? Do you ever look at your retirement account and feel that knot in your stomach every time the market takes a dive? You're not alone.
In a world obsessed with daily headlines, staying calm is a superpower. But what if I told you the single greatest financial weapon you have isn't a hot stock tip, but a fundamental shift in your thinking? This is the secret that separates legendary investors like Warren Buffett from everyone else. Let's be honest. Most investors ride an emotional roller coaster. When the market soars, they jump in, driven by a fear of missing out. But the moment it drops, they panic, sell everything, and lock in their losses, only to watch in regret as the market eventually recovers. Sound familiar? This emotional cycle is the #1 destroyer of wealth. It's the enemy. Warren Buffett understood this. He never invests hoping for a quick win. His mindset is radically different. He buys a business, not just a stock ticker. He invests as if the market will shut down for 10 years. Why? Because he knows that true value isn't measured in months, but in decades. This very discipline allowed him to not just survive, but thrive through every major crisis, from the dot-com bust to the 2008 meltdown. For those of us in midlife, this lesson is non-negotiable. We no longer have 40 years to recover from a bad decision. A single panic-driven move, like liquidating your portfolio during a downturn, doesn't just hurt your balance today, it can permanently derail your future, your retirement, your family security, the legacy you want to leave. The clock is ticking louder for us. So how do you adopt this billionaire mindset? It comes down to one core principle. Treat market downturns as a test, not a threat. Think of it like driving from New York to California. You expect traffic jams, storms, and detours. You don't turn the car around and go home at the first sign of trouble. A market downturn is just a storm. It's a test of your patience, not your portfolio's potential. In fact, these moments are rare opportunities to acquire quality assets at a discount, but only if you have the discipline to see past the noise. Buffett famously said, "The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient." And that brings us to the ultimate truth most people never master. Sustainable wealth is built on consistency, not speed. Your financial roadmap shouldn't be a 12-month sprint, it should be a 20-year journey. This means having a diversified portfolio, setting up automatic investments to remove emotion, and reviewing your goals annually, not abandoning your plan over a bad week. So I ask you, what is your long-term plan? Don't let short-term fears sabotage the future you've worked so hard to build. In a world that screams for you to act fast, your greatest advantage is your calm, your perspective, and your patience. What's the biggest challenge you face in staying patient with your investments? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
Habit 7. Surround yourself with people smarter than you. It's that simple. Have you ever felt like you're swimming against the current with your finances? You're trying so hard to save, to invest, to get ahead, but somehow you feel like you're constantly being pulled back into old habits. What if I told you the most powerful force shaping your financial future isn't in your bank account or the stock market? What if I told you it's sitting right next to you at the dinner table? This brings me to a billion-dollar strategy from one of the greatest investors of all time. Warren Buffett didn't build his empire just by picking winning stocks. He built it by picking winning people. He famously said, "It's better to hang out with people better than you." And he has lived by that rule his entire life. The secret he unlocked is that we are all, inevitably, the average of the people we spend the most time with. This isn't just a feel-good quote. It's a fundamental law of human behavior, and it has a massive impact on your wealth. Think about it. Have you ever gone out for a quick coffee that turned into a $100 lunch because you deserve it? Have you ever felt your perfectly good smartphone suddenly seem old and slow just because your friend just unboxed the latest model? That is lifestyle gravity. It's an invisible force that pulls you towards the financial habits of your circle. If you're surrounded by people who live for today, prioritize spending over saving, and see debt as normal, their gravity will pull you down. It doesn't matter how strong your willpower is. Over time, gravity always wins. But what if you could flip that force? What if you could make gravity work for you? Imagine this instead. Your weekly catch-up is no longer about complaining about bills. It's about a new index fund your friend is excited about. Your group chat isn't sharing shopping hauls. It's a no-spend challenge you're all doing together. Suddenly, saving isn't a sacrifice. It's a shared goal. Investing isn't intimidating. It's a fascinating topic of conversation. You start absorbing better habits by osmosis without even trying. That is the reward. Now, I can hear you thinking, that sounds great, but I'm in my 40s, I'm in my 50s. I can't just go out and find new friends. I hear you, and you're right. This isn't about replacing your friends. It's about reinforcing your mindset. It's not about subtraction, but addition. You don't need a network of millionaires. You just need to make a 1% shift. Here's how you start. First, find your digital mentors. Start following and engaging the sound financial experts online. Make their wisdom part of your daily feed. That's your first new positive influence. Second, start a book club of 2. Find one person in your life who might be open to it and suggest reading a great finance book together. Read 1 chapter a week and talk about it. It's that simple. Third, form a goal setters alliance. Share one small, specific financial goal with a trusted friend or partner. Say it out loud. My goal this month is to invest an extra $200. The moment you share it, your chances of success skyrocket. Accountability is a powerful catalyst. So I want you to take a moment and do a quick audit. Think about the 5 people you interact with the most. Do their conversations lift you up financially or weigh you down? No judgment, just awareness. Personal finance is deeply personal, but it is not a solo game. The people around you are either your headwinds, slowing you down, or their tailwinds, pushing you forward. Choosing your company is the ultimate financial strategy. It costs nothing, but the returns are immeasurable. So don't just manage your money, manage your influences, because when you surround yourself with people headed in the direction you want to go, you'll find yourself arriving there too. Buffett's secret isn't genius, it's consistency. He won by sticking to simple principles while others quit. The best part? You can too. You don't need to master everything at once. Just start with one habit and build from there. Which habit will you commit to today? Let me know in the comments below and subscribe so you don't miss what's next. Remember, one small, consistent action is all it takes to change your entire financial future.